So this is Exchange Flags, part of Liverpool's financial district. I used to have an office up there for about 2 weeks, till I realised I was working around people so far up their own arses they didn't have a clue. And that's what I hated about working for myself. Anyway, I think these are slaves. This is like Exchange Flags right here was one of like literally exchanging, you know, selling slaves pretty much. You can see them all tied up onto the plinth right here. I don't know whether it's worth taking the monument down or keeping it there for historical reasons. It's pro-England though. So it's always about England on these. No one talks about the efforts of, you know, anyone else, but I wouldn't want to associate Wales with slavery anyway, though there probably was quite a few Welsh slave owners. So this is the back of Town Hall as well, where you can get married. And then just down these streets here is where they do a lot of films and TV shows and all sorts of stuff. If you've recently seen This Is Our City on BBC, a lot of the shots were filmed here, and it was portrayed that the business by here was the coffee shop that the girl worked in, but the coffee shop interior was actually at the back of town, well, it was in a bar called Pabion's actually. Anyway, let's crack on with today's video. So this is Tithebarn Street, historically known for when the class system really made a political stand within the UK. Probably back hundreds of years ago, maybe a couple of hundreds of years ago, when family got off a ship just at the docks just behind me, to the father walking past one of the pubs, and they had people called Cornermen at the time. They're probably called roadmen now, but they were called Cornermen at the time. And one of them asked the guy for money, to which the guy responded, the one who got off the ship with his family, "No, why don't you get a job and work?" From there, the guy was actually murdered on this street. And if you look at some of the history documents, his head was actually decapitated from his body, and they kicked it all the way down the street like a football. And that's the oldest documented class system sort of thing that happened in the UK. Started right on this street here, Tithebarn Street. And you still don't know what today's video is about, do you? Keep watching. So there's Panoramic 34 up there, which is also featured in This Is Our City. The area we're in right now is called Pall, which also shares the name with a very expensive place in London. But we are here looking for mini Wales, or Little Wales as it's called, because there used to be a Welsh settlement around here somewhere. And there's a plaque on one of these buildings, so we're going to try and look for it. Let's cross the road and find out. Alright, so let's go around the back. So last time I was here, this building was covered in scaffolding, and I'm pretty sure the plaque might be there. But let's go around the back and check it out. There's actually a really old building around here, which probably was part of mini Wales at the time. It's really windy right now. Let me know if the microphone's holding up. But yeah, there's like houses and flats here. So yeah, it's proper sketchy around here. So these are really old buildings here. There's like new builds over there, and then there's quite an old building here, which is, it's been up for lease for a long time. The let. is still not agreed on it. I might ask someone around here if they've seen the mini Wales plaque. You can probably tell right now this used to be a boozer. You can tell straight away. Lots of boozers got turned into flats now. But we need to keep an eye out for this plaque. So these are quite old, yeah. Tithebarn Street. So let's take a walk around the full block. So yeah, all these new builds here used to be part of mini Wales. So let's look for this plaque. So those of you who watch a lot of Billy Moore, just up behind this big building here is where a lot of homeless people have tents and stuff, so it's very sketchy, but the homeless people are nice. Don't judge people, but just up behind these buildings here, just in the wasteland behind there, that's where he usually goes to have conversations with the homeless. But we're going to walk around the block now. So this used to be a bridge. They used to go right over. The other half of the bridge over there still exists. So that's another thing I was thinking about doing one day, is just by going over where this old bridge used to be. And again, down that other side is where they filmed parts of This Is Our City, which was on the BBC. So as you can see right by here, you can see the arches. So this used to go right across and connect down there. And there's another section of it right down there which you can actually find if you go down there. Anyway, we're back on Pall Mall. So let's look for this plaque. I'm pretty sure the plaque is on this side, but obviously I walked around the other side to get some more content. I was eyeballed by some homeless people. So these are all private car parks under there. But yeah, let's see if we can find this plaque. That is the goal for today, find the plaque of mini Wales. So I'm still looking for this plaque. I just went into a dental surgery then to ask the ladies in there if they've seen a plaque. But they do know in Toxteth there is a place called the Welsh Village, which is a section there. So that could be something we can investigate another time. I wouldn't go to Toxteth now that the sun is starting to go down. And that's no disrespect to people who live in Toxteth. Where would it be? I don't think it would be down here. We've already been down here. There's just loads of no parking signs everywhere. Right, let's keep going up the front here. I can literally smell the Welshness. Let's keep looking. We're running out of space, we're running out of road. So all this is covered in scaffolding last time I was here. I got a feeling building developers have just chopped it off. So we went down here and there was nothing there, unless it's on the right up there. Let's go to the end here. Again, just up there, that's another building I used to work in, and it turned out that I was just working with a bunch of sleazy arseholes, so I left. Loads of sleazy people. Yeah, we are definitely running out of road, and I see no plaques. Like I said, I thought the scaffolding was covering it up, and I still don't see it. It should be a blue plaque or a dark blue, black plaque maybe. What I always find interesting about this building is that you've got the Tudor roses right here. The Tudors were a Welsh family, of course. Don't forget that, English people. Shall we? It's a letterbox in a massive wall there. Right, so we got Shenanigans and then another bar here. This is the only other street I can imagine it would be on. This is the only other place I can imagine it be on. So you got the Shenanigans Irish bar there. It could be on the next street. It's so fucking shady around here though. So we're now on Smithfield Street. This is Shenanigans little bar here. Probably one of the best pints of Guinness in Liverpool, or the best, which I'll check out momentarily. I cannot find this plaque for the life of me. Cannot see it anywhere. Maybe it's on here. But the Welsh people, they probably would have lived in like really like crappy houses. Nothing like this. Maybe it's the next street. There's all Shenanigans. So this is another example of some really good stuff. There's some Greek gods up there. You got like a mermaid, and then you got like Trident, King Trident or whatever his name is from Little Mermaid. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to finish up by having a pint in Shenanigans and then chilling out for the rest of the afternoon. It's actually getting quite dark at the moment now, so there's no point filming once the sun goes down. But yeah, I want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you haven't, go away. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on Wednesday. So peace and love.